people are there, the sender and the receiver. So that becomes each person's perspective. And they have given a fine example in this, you can see here. For example, if you have a fixed idea that your teacher or father is strict, if you have a mindset that my teacher is strict or my father is strict, he will not listen to me anything. So even when they are being friendly, you may think they are scolding, right? So even though they are polite, then that sounds you as scolding, right? So in the same way, even every people have their own perspectives while for the communication. Okay, so if the perspective is not clear, then that affects the communication. Affects means there will be an interruption for the information. The information breaks down, right, at the center. So we have some factors that affects a proper communication, right? So it can be a language, it can be a visual language is nothing but not understanding the language whatever the sender is sending the information. When two people are talking, then if each other they don't know the language in what they are talking, that becomes a barrier. That barrier means that affects your communication process, that stops the information being shared in between the people, right? That becomes the barrier. Language is also one of the barrier. And if you go on seeing, there are different factors that affects, like visual perception, past experience. Visual perception is when it is not visible properly, when the letters or whatever. See, the communication here, not only we are talking about face-to-face communication, or I'm not only talking about when people are talking to each other. It can be a mail, it can be a letter, it can be a picture, it can be a gesture on a face, it can be a face expression. All this comes under communication. You have to think of all the ways of communication, okay, not only face-to-face talking. So visual perception, when an image is not clear, or when you are written the wrong thing, or when your spellings are not right, all this becomes visual perception. And past experience, that having a past recorded thing in your mind, that I have, that one person is being failed for so many years, and you have that thing recorded in your mind, that he is a waste person, he is being failed from last years, so this year also happens the same thing. So you will lose interest to talk, right? So all this earlier experience stops you to communicate. Okay, then visualize is a fixed thing that you will have in your mind, that you will never change. Like such as, no one in my class likes me, you will have some negative feelings in your mind, negative thoughts in your mind, that stops you being communicative to all the other friends with your classmates. Okay, that becomes prejudice. Some fixed things. Okay, next is, after prejudice, it's feelings. As I told you, how, in what condition or what state of mind you are at the current stage, that becomes your feelings. Then comes environment. Environment can be anything, like the examples are given here, like a talking friend in a function where there is loud music being played, that becomes the environment too, that affects your communication. And personal factors, fear and low confidence may make your communication difficult. And culture is nothing but some gestures, like signs may differ in different cultures, right? So these are different factors that affects our communication process. Okay, barriers, these are also called as barriers that affects our communication process. Then coming to the next part, effective communication. See, this also can be asked, like list down various barriers for communication and explain too. So you need to usually in the question, the number of barriers will mention, like describe any 4 barriers, describe any 5 barriers, describe any 3 barriers. So depending on the question you need to answer, you can select any barriers from this list and you can explain. Okay, next is effective communication. How can we have an effective communication? Okay, for that they have a formula that helps you to remember properly, and you will never forget. There is no chance that you will forget this. So these we call as 7 C's. 7 C's. There are 7 words starting from C letter. Okay, but if you concentrate on these 7 words, then it's confirmed that your communication is a effective communication, you have a successful communication. So the things you should take care of for an effective communication, that is what it means actually. Okay, so 7 C's are: first word is clear, second is concise, concentrate, correct, coherent, complete, and courteous. First one, clear. Simple, these are simple, you can write it by your own way once you remember these 7 words. First one is clear, that is nothing but you should be clear enough. You should be clear enough while you are talking, that what you want to say. You should have a clear image in your mind that what I am going to talk with that person, or what I am going to write in that message, or what I am going to message him. So all this should be clear, concise, to simple words. Our main aim is to communicate, main aim is to send information and make the opposite person understand. So as much as simple we can use those simple words, so that becomes your concise. And third is concrete. Concreteness, that relate, you can relate to your previous word, concise. No need to increase the complexity of your communication. Whatever the word is required, you can use directly that word, right? So it's concrete. Concrete means fixing to a word without changing. It's a word. Correct. When you're writing, you're talking, this doesn't apply there. Even you can take it as words, right? Language, you can take it as language speaking, and when you're writing, you need to have right spellings. But nowadays, when we are texting or messaging, you're going to shortcut itself. But we will not write entire word like XW. But if you write with complete words, that will be an effective communication. So it should be a correct language. It should be a grammar. It should be next to the C is coherent. Coherent is when you follow some topic, the word was used, it should relate to that. It should be related to the topic. So that becomes coherent. Next, complete. Not sending some information. That information or that message, the sentence should have all the required information. When you're typing something, it not be confusing the receiver. The receiver should understand whatever you want him to receive or what you wanted him to click. Okay, so complete information should be there in that. It can be shortcuts of letters, or it can be short forms of words you are using, but information should be there in that. So that becomes complete. Next is courteous. Courteous is as I value it here. It has experience. It has past experience that starts to communicate with him. That past experience or whatever you think about him, those things you should do when you're talking with the person. You should have a clear mind, and whoever is standing in front of you, you should respect him, you should be friendly with him, and these all depends on condition. Okay, always you can't be friendly with everyone. Okay, so it is when you start your communication, have an eye-to-eye contact with him, and start with a respectful manner. Okay, that becomes. So these are our signs. This is very very important question in this unit, and there are in last year. This year it is not been asked, but last year it was there for your for the 9th annual exam. So okay, so this is one of the important question. It can be asked for phonics, right? Or it is also can be a split question, like mention any 4 C's from 7 C's of communication, effective communication. So like that they can break also, or they can be asked a complete question. Okay, so this is what effective communication. So till now, from the starting, we had introduction of communication, very many communication skills, and what is communication, and then we had where all the places we require communication skill, that we have seen here in 3 points. And after that we had a process called communication, where we saw different elements of communication that comes under communication process.